Welcome back. Tonight's recipe is cranberry ginger country ribs. The country ribs that I found were on sale at the grocery store, and I found a recipe in the Taste of Home. I think it's called Throughout the Years. I'll link it down below. Let's start with our ingredients. We need salt, minced ginger, cayenne pepper, 2 habaneros, which are pretty big, whole cranberry sauce, olive oil, and black pepper. We also need 2 pounds of country ribs that I have already washed, and I'm letting them drain a little bit. And what we'll do is put them on the stove top so that we can brown them a little bit. Okay, the recipe calls for 2 habanero peppers minced. I am not using 2 because I know that they're extremely hot, and we have one family member who does not like hot foods at all. I mean, honestly, I can only tolerate so much myself. So I am doing only 1 habanero pepper. Now, when you're working with hot peppers like that, you should be wearing some type of glove because of the oils and the seeds. They contain the majority of the heat. However, I didn't have gloves, which was not smart on my part, but I carefully cut the top of the pepper off without touching the seeds, and then I carved it out with a spoon. So, and the recipe also calls for minced habaneros, and I am mincing it in a food chopper. So let's get to it. I'm trying to be very careful when touching this. And this is going to be very loud. I've had this little guy for, geez, I don't even know how long. Now this recipe is, excuse me, this recipe is considered a family recipe. Okay, I think that's minced enough. Okay. Ooh. It looks like that. I forgot to mention that we also need to add some garlic to it. So what we are doing is we are adding a can of, they put the label on upside down. It's a can of whole berry cranberry sauce. So we're adding that. And I'm guessing because of the sweetness of this, it'll counteract the heat from the pepper. It is going to be very flavorful, that's for sure. Okay, and then the next thing is the habanero pepper. Again, I'm not touching this. I'm just putting in what I've minced. Anything missed, that's perfectly fine. Okay, our next ingredient to add is 4 1/3 teaspoons of minced ginger. I bought this ginger from the grocery store. I generally don't keep ginger in the house, and so when I do need to buy it, I buy this kind. So we need 4 teaspoons. Four teaspoons, and then it said as a 1/3. So let's just say that's a 1/3. Okay. And then next, we want to add 1 garlic clove minced. This is garlic that I minced myself. And we need 1 garlic, excuse me, 1 garlic clove is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. We've got that. Let me go ahead and get this off. Clean this out. We don't want to waste. Okay, so we're going to mix this together, and we'll set this aside because this will go on top of the pork. Okay, so the next step is we are going to brown the pork, the country ribs, and we season them with some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. The recipe link will be down below so that you guys have all of the exact ingredients and measurements. Ow, just shot me. Okay, they are looking good. We are not trying to cook them all the way through. All we're trying to do is brown them and put the country ribs in the pan or in the crock pot. I'm trying to lay them flat, but I think I might have to stack them on one another. Let's see. Yeah, we might have to stack it. And then I'm taking the juices that came off of the country ribs. Then the last step is to go ahead and put the cranberry mixture on top of them. Oh, this looks so good. Okay, and here's the mixture. There's the country ribs and the cranberry mixture. We are putting it on low for 5 hours and dinner will be ready. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I wanted to show you the cookbook that I'm using. It's the Taste of Home Slow Cooker through the years, or throughout the year. And it's 500 recipes and they separate it. Let me just show you. They separate it by seasons. So you have, what is this one? I think this is spring, and then they have summer, and then they have, hold on a minute. Let me adjust my camera. Okay, so you have like spring, and they're all color coded. Then you have summer, you have autumn, and then you have winter. So it's a great cookbook. I purchased it for my sons when they were going off to college. And I just thought that slow cooking, since they were going to be at school all day long, that this would be a quick and easy way for them to get their meals, and healthy meals at that, into their systems, so into their bodies. So anyway, we have loved this cookbook, and I will, if I can find it, I will link it down below. I'm sure Amazon has it. Okay, here's a quick little update. The meat is so tender. It's been cooking for about 4 hours. I don't think that it needs to cook any longer. I did put it on warm, and I tasted the sauce. And the sauce does have a little bit of a kick to it. So if you don't like really, really spicy food, I would suggest only putting in one habanero pepper. But if you love it super spicy, then 2 is definitely for you. All right, guys, I said I was gonna cook it, mashed potatoes. However, I decided to do the rice because it is saucy. So anyway, it is done. And let's go ahead and the meat is very, very tender. Let's get a couple more pieces. And I want to put some of the sauce. I did taste the sauce, and I'm glad I only used one habanero because it does have a little bit of a kick to it. Okay, let me get a fork. Let's see. It's very hot, so I need to blow on it a little. The weather outside is so pretty today. Yeah. That cranberry sauce permeates throughout the meat, and you get a little bit of kick in the back of your throat. This is delicious. And then you could taste a little bit of the ginger too. It's delicious. This is definitely going to stay in the pink notebook, which is my notebook that I keep with all of the family favorites. So I will link everything down below, including the cookbook and the recipe. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos, and comment. If there's something that you want to see me cook, then please comment down below. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.